So first, I just want to take a look at something with you. Okay. It is regarding a virus, not the C one, but the H one, and not H1N1. It's hepatitis. Okay. It's hepatitis. That's what we're talking about. We don't need to be that coded, do we? I hope not. When I had heard her say that it was that her test showed positive for hepatitis B like months ago, like she was reading it on a stream, and like her gonorrhea results also, like it was part of that. And I have that video. I downloaded it like a while back, just thinking I might need this at some point, right? And so when I looked at these requirements, I said, oh, Hep B is on the list. Isn't she positive? Now, why would someone share that? Excellent question, Mighty Possum, the Black Dragon. Yeah, good question. Yeah. So I know only really the basics about hepatitis as a whole. I've been vaccinated for A, because you have to when you enter some countries, because hepatitis A is more prevalent in other countries where there's not as much sanitation. I know I've had titers done for hepatitis B. And C, I just think of Pamela Anderson getting it from Tommy Lee, right? I am not a medical professional. I don't have credentials. I do have some background in a clinical form, but I cannot speak on the specifics of a virus. I wouldn't want to. There are channels out there who are going to say, oh yeah, it's like this, you get it like this. Yeah, you know, I'm not comfortable doing that. The videos that have come out and the things that I've seen on Twitter are just wild, absolutely wild. And no one's really taking the time to look a little bit closer at what these test results actually say. And that's a little bit concerning. Let's look at the results first. I'm going to pull up a screenshot. Here are the results. I took a screenshot from her video. Yeah, she'd have to have that for Cuba too, right? I would think. I'll put you back down over here. Okay. Oh, we have an RN in the house, guys. Yes. Let me bring her on. I hope my dog stays quiet. There we go. Okay. Okay, I unmuted you.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, you can hear me?
I can hear you. Can everyone hear? Okay, Mary.
Hi, you can hear me? Oh, how did I get the echo? Hang on.
No,
I need
that
to
was
mute
me.
myself. Oh, okay.
That was me. Yeah, I put up the volume on my phone to make sure everyone could hear you, and we can. So welcome. I'm so glad you joined.
Thank you. Good to be here, everybody.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum, by the way.
Wa alaikum salam. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Oh, you do the whole thing. Assalamu alaikum. See, when I think about it, I can't say it, but when I just say it, it comes out. I don't know. It's when I think about it too much, it gets like blah, 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 blah.
No worries. It's fun.
So everybody, Kay Ameri is a nurse. She's a registered nurse. I reached out to her earlier today to talk about this hepatitis stuff. Like, I know you're a nurse. I have the information. I went to hepb.org and looked up how to interpret a test result. But like I said, I don't have the credentials and I don't have that level of expertise to speak knowledgeably on it. So thankfully, Kay and Mary decided to come on today. I said, no pressure. If you can. If you want to, no problem. If you don't want to, it's fine too. But we can get the actual answer from a registered nurse. So Kay and Mary, can you see the screen?
Yeah, I'm looking at the screen, and I'll just go ahead and give myself a disclaimer here. I am not a doctor. I am just looking at the screen, interpreting things. I believe if she really had hepatitis B, that obviously they would not let her go without any treatment. They would not let her anywhere. What I see is it's just detecting that she's been vaccinated. And, that's all. I mean, I think people are blowing this way out of proportion.
Yeah. And, as usual, things just go to a whole other level where people are saying Salah needs to be informed. She could transmit this to him. Now, I'll just pull up what I found from hepb.org. And you take a look at this and see if you think this is a good resource just to look. I'm bringing it up on the screen in a moment. It takes a minute. There we go. All right. Okay. So interpreting hepatitis B blood test results. So we have the HBsAg, HBsAb, HBcAb. So we're looking for this is surface antigen and surface antibody. So what I found, because I'm looking at this HBs antibody, because there are all different tests where some are testing for the antigen, some are testing for the antibodies. This is a core antibody, which is, again, a different test. So these are different tests. So what I looked at, now the antibodies your body forms when it's fighting something off. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And I listened to a couple of videos, like the surface antibody, like the higher the level, it's like you can tell whether it's acute, if it's an actual infection, or if it's a vaccination. They can tell that by the test, is what I understood. So,
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So this is what she put on the screen. So it's hepatitis B virus surface antibody, the value HBs antibody positive, flag A. So we're just going to take that for right now. HBs antibody. So we are looking at this column here in the middle, HBs antibody, surface antibody. And now we're going to look down here because we're going to look for the positive, because it is positive on her test, right? So we're going to stay in this middle column and we're going to look at the positives. So it's these two right here. It could either be immune controlled, meaning she's protected. Surface antibodies are present due to natural infection, has recovered from a prior Hep B infection and cannot infect others. That's one possibility. The other possibility is has been vaccinated, does not have the virus, and has never been infected. These are the two scenarios. The rest are negative for that test. This is the test she has results for. It's positive. It's one of these two scenarios. Do you agree with that, Kay Mary, or am I a little off?
No, I agree with you. And, again, I'm going to go with the side that she is just showing that she's been vaccinated.
Mm-hmm.
Hepatitis B is an actual real public health issue.
Yes.
Yeah, so those results would have been reported to a governmental agency or for a public health service for follow-up if they were actual, an actual diagnosis of the disease made.
Okay. We can go back to the results and look at those again quickly. Okay, surface antibody. Flag A. People had some problems with that. Let me show that on the screen. Here we go. Flag A. Now, I guess it stands for abnormal. Does that mean that they are looking for abnormalities? That it doesn't mean that her results are abnormal? Or do you know exactly what that means?
I believe it's, whenever I'm looking at flag A and then I'm thinking flag H, does that mean, abnormal and the other one is high? Maybe she's got just a high level of the antibodies circulating in her blood system. And I believe I read somewhere she was vaccinated in high school. So what are we talking? Maybe 20 years ago or a little less?
30, maybe. No, yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of myself.
I was gonna say you're talking about mine. You're getting to my level there.
Me too.
So that's what I'm looking for. Maybe I don't know. Again, I'm just speculating that maybe she's got a higher level of the antibodies in her system. And of course we're not looking at her actual liver function tests. I'm sure those are a mess.
Right. And possibly the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease could affect like her AST, the enzymes, the liver
Absolutely.
enzymes. And
Absolutely.
maybe, so Hemlock Tea says H would mean high in this case, i.e. more than the normal range.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I love it. We're all pulling together here to get the truth. Thanks to Kaya Mary for coming up. Gives my channel a little credibility when I have someone with some credentials come up on the panel. We can look at this together.